Greetings. Now, like every time before there's a qualifier for a professional tournament, EA sends out an email to all their competitive players with a link to register and sign up for the qualifier online that takes place. This time, however, there was a little bit of an unexpected surprise from EA's part. And let's get straight into it. But basically, they released a new game mode. Unfortunately, it's only available for players who are already FUT Champions verified. If you don't know what that means, it means you have already achieved at least a 27-3 in FUT Champions, and you thus become FUT Champions verified, and you become eligible to participate in qualifiers for their professional events. So here it goes. They say in the email, congratulations, as a FUT Champions verified player, you've earned an invitation to play in the online qualifier for our first licensed qualifying event in May, right? So if we skip down here, it says, for this qualifier, we will be introducing a new variation of friendly seasons called friendly competition. As a FUT Champions verified player, you will be able to invite your opponent to a friendly competition using the square or Y button when going through the friendly seasons invite process. For EA Sports FIFA 19 Global Series online qualifier matches, you will use friendly competition to take advantage of the following features, which better facilitate online qualifier tournament gameplay. So this is good for many reasons, but before we get into that, let's see what they mean. So this will allow you to set which leg of the match you're playing, right? So instead of, remembering, is this a best of one, or sorry, if this leg one or leg two, the game mode allows you to do it for you. So you can invite someone. If you're inviting them for the first leg, you invite it and you choose the leg one option, which I'm going to show you later. And then for leg two, you invite them for leg two when you put in the score from leg one, and you'll see exactly what you see in tournaments when you see the aggregate scores on the top left corner of the screen. And it says, for the first leg of the match, the game will end after stoppage time without going to extra time or penalties. Set the score of the first leg before the second leg, so this allows you to do that. And then set the second leg will enter extra time and penalties if the aggregate score is, as we move forward, still tied. And this game mode, rather than using a peer-to-peer connection, you and your opponent will connect directly to a tournament server allocated to your region by selecting a tournament server to play the match on. Server assignment for each region is listed below. So you'll also have as they say, you'll have a choice of servers to connect to. And for me, I'm in Europe, so I'm going to be sending invites choosing tournament server 2, but every region has an allocated server for them, which is really, really cool. And then the final part, they say, we felt it was important to implement this new mode for our qualifying tournaments as soon as it was ready for public use, which is why we are rolling it out near the end of the season. This advance is another step forward in our efforts to implement player feedback directly into the EA Sports FIFA Global Series program, right? So, it's late, but better late than never. And here I wanted to show you footage. So here, you see a friend, and instead of here you would usually, at this point, you would press select, invite him to a game. But in this, because I am a verified player, I have access to this thing where instead of going there, you go back. And here, as you see, if I press square, invite to friendly competition. And that's what it looks like. You invite him and you see these three things here. Obviously, you toggle which server you want from server 1 to 6. And obviously, for me, it would be number 2. But that's what it looks like. You choose a server. So I actually ended up playing also a game on a South American server just to test, and it was awful. It was truly, truly awful. Here, you choose first leg, second leg. Obviously, if you can see here, if you're inviting as a first leg, there's no need to put the aggregate score. And then in the second leg, you can put the aggregate score. So you're inviting for the second leg. Here, you'll put how the score ended in the first. And here, obviously, I just left it at 0-0, and we headed into the game. And once we do that, it looks like this, pretty much just like a FUT Champions or just like a friendly match would. I'm guessing this is what they use at the pro tournaments as well. And as you can see here from the clips in the game, at the top, as soon as the passing percentage goes low, you'll see the aggregate. So from home, it looks just like you're playing a pro tournament. So obviously this is incredible. It's a game mode that we've always wanted, and now there's no need for a different version of the game to be at esports events. You literally have the same game mode available if you're a verified player. The bad thing, obviously, is that it took them a long time to implement this, but you know what? better late than never. Next year is going to look really good competitive wise, considering that we have this implemented already, and they've already added squad restrictions for these last two LQE qualifiers. So maybe the squad restrictions, to sort of downplay the importance of pay to win, will be like, you know, it'll be from the first qualifier next year as opposed to all the way to this point. But yeah, really exciting. This is what it looks like when the game ends, just like it would when you see a tournament. You got the score, the aggregate score. Ignore the score. We were just messing around and testing the game mode and the servers and all that stuff. But cool move from EA. They're listening to the competitive feedback. You know, they added squad restrictions, like I said. Now they added this game mode, and let's see what comes next. That's gonna be it. Hope you enjoyed this little preview. Unfortunately, again, if you're not verified, you're not going to be able to do this because this has been, you know, rolled out for verified players only. You might be able to get invited from a verified player and test out the game mode if you know someone who's verified. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, hope you enjoyed, and until next time, peace out.